look forward to his intercessions on the last day.
Amin, amin, ya rabbal
alamin.
I am Nabil Aufa.
And I am Saidatul Husna.
As the master of ceremony at today's event, we'll read out our several programs. First, opening.
Second, recitations of the Holy Quran.
Third, singing the national anthem Indonesia Raya and the hymn of UIN Sunan Kalijaga Yogyakarta.
The fourth, delivering welcoming speech by the head of the Department of Islamic Religious Education Study Program of UIN Sunan Kalijaga Yogyakarta.
The fifth, the main event of general lecture by our special resource speaker.
Sixth, discussion.
Seventh, handover of the symbolic certificate by the head of Department of Islamic Religious Education Study Program of UIN Sunan Kalijaga Yogyakarta.
And the last is closing.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin this event, let's say Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
The first event is opening, which is ongoing now.
The next event is the reciting of the Holy Verse of the Quran, which will be proved by Ahmad Bayu Permana, the student of PAI 2021. To Ahmad Bayu, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu idza qila lakum tafassahu fil majalis إذا قيل لكم تفسحوا في المجالس فافسحوا يفسح الله لكم وإذا قيل انشزوا فانشزوا يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات والله بما تعملون خبير يا الذين آمنوا إذا ناجيتم الرسول إذا ناجيتم الرسول فقدموا بين يدي نجواكم صدقة ذلك خير لكم وأطهر فإن لم تجدوا فإن الله غفور رحيم فإن لم تجدوا فإن الله غفور رحيم صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you very much to Ahmad Bayu. Hopefully, with the recitations of the Holy Quran, all of us here will get the grace of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala in Yawmil Qiyamah. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin. The third program is Singing National Anthem and Hymn of UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta. To all of the participants, would you please to take the best positions while listening it?
Mah guyu.
Dilarang tertawa.
Suaranya.
The next event is the delivering welcoming speech by the head of Department of Islamic Religious Education Study Program, Faculty of Tarbiyah and Education, UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta, by Professor Dr. Eva Latifah, MSI. To Professor Dr. Eva Latifah, MSI, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. My sound is clear. Okay, Dr. Sasia, are you join? Dr. Sasia?
Assalamualaikum. Yes, thank you.
Okay, ya.
Yes,
Okay,
Assalamualaikum.
selamat datang Dr. Sasia. Oke, we begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi an'amna bi ni'matil iman wal islam wa nusalli wa nusallim ala khairil anam Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain, amma ba'du. We offer thanks to the presence of Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala. By his mercy and grace, we were given heads and the opportunity to meet in this spiritual meeting. Salawat and salam are always bestowed upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Honorable Rector UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Profesor Dr. Pil Almakin, Dean of Tarbiyah and Education, UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Profesor Dr. Sri Sumarni, but it is sorry, the Rector and Dean could not attend this event because it coincided with an academic visit to Germany. And then a resource person, Dr. Sasya Mensori, lecturer PI study program at UIN Sunan Kalijaga and in Indonesia, student PI study program at UIN Sunan Kalijaga and in Indonesia, and of course, all the participants I am proud of. Dr. Sasya, I would like to inform you that the participants in this webinar are lecturer and student PAI in Indonesia, who are members of the Indonesian PAI Association. So it is not just PAI student and lecturer at UIN Sunan Kalijaga. I allowed them to take part in this webinar because I am the chair of the Indonesian PAI Association. So I want to share this program with all my members, okay? PAI is an abbreviation of Pendidikan Agama Islam, in English, Islamic Religious Education, as we see in our theme. In Indonesia, it is for you, Ms. Bia, Dr. Sasya. In Indonesia, religious education is a necessity, which is regulated by law. Religious education is presents at all levels of education, starting from primary, secondary, and higher education. This is indeed different from other countries, especially Western countries. In India, is it different too? Maybe, yeah. I hope Dr. Sasya can talk to us later. This is what makes education unique in Indonesia, because the majority of the population in Indonesia is Muslim. Okay, this event called guest lecture with the theme Utilization of Artificial Intelligence in PAI Learning. The aim of this program is to increase the insight of all of us, both lecturers and students, regarding technological advance, because artificial intelligence is part of technological advance. One application of artificial intelligence is ChatGPT. I'm sure we all heard about ChatGPT, right? So this is really very helpful for many people, including students. But on the other hand, many people are worried about the presence of ChatGPT, especially in the world of education. In fact, the presence of ChatGPT is something commonplace to show progress in the field of technology. This very sophisticated technological progress certainly has positive and negative impact The work of education, including Islamic religious education, needs to utilize this advanced technology as well and wisely as possible. So, how can we lecturer student use ChatGPT wisely? What difficulties will lecturer face when students are already familiar with ChatGPT? What should lecturers do to overcome these difficulties? We really hope that the resource person, Dr. Sasya Mansori, can provide enlightenment regarding these problems. There is a discussion, this session with resource person. I hope you can make the best use of this session by asking or sharing about artificial intelligence. Finally, to all participants, we congratulate you on participating in the webinar on utilization of artificial intelligence in PAI learning. I hope that all participants can take part in this entire series of events in order to gain a comprehensive understanding of utilization of artificial intelligence in PAI learning. Thank you to all the committee members who have helped so much to make this extraordinary event possible. And thank you to our wonderful resource, Dr. Sasya. Once again, I congratulate you on your participation in this webinar. Enjoy and live it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Eva Latifah, MSc. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now coming to the wedding event, Stadium General by our honorary resource speaker, Dr. Sazia Mansuri. As the Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh, India, with the theme Utilization of Artificial Intelligence in Islamic Religious Education Learning, which will be led by Ms. Yuli Kuswandari, SPD MHUM, as the moderator in this agenda. To moderator, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Is it clear, my sound? My voice? Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah. Good morning, Dr. Zazia Mansori. Hello? Dr. Zazia Mansori. Is it clear, my voice, doctor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, clear,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning, all of the participants. Now let's come to the main session of today's general lecture of Islamic religious education of Tarbiyah Faculty of UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta. And now our resource person, Dr. Zazia Mansori, has been joining in this meeting. And so without further ado, we will start this main session. Okay. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Yuli Kuswandari as the moderator here. Would be happy here with you this morning till the end of this session. And this main session will be divided into two sessions. The first is the presentation from Dr. Sazia Mansori, around 1 hour. And then after that, it will be continued by a question and answer session. Okay. So for the participants, you may ask your questions by writing in the chat, yeah, or maybe you can asking your question directly in this Zoom meeting by raise your hand, right? Okay. Dr. Zazia Mensher is Assistant Professor, Department of Education, Aligarh Muslim University, India. Yeah, and her interest is in technological education. Is it right, Doctor? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
And the theme of our general lecture today is the utilization of artificial intelligence in Islamic religious education learning. As we know that because of the rapid development of technology, the coming of artificial intelligence now become the new issue in education, especially. Many problems or maybe many comments on the coming of the artificial intelligence. For example, how much artificial intelligence change creativity in a school and how to use the artificial intelligence safe in our education. So today we will have enlightenment from Dr. Zaskia Mensori. So I think it's better now. I would like to give the time to Dr. Zazia Mansori, okay, for about an hour. Okay, so Dr. Zazia Mansori, time is yours.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Professor
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Professor Eva and Dr. Yuli and other organizers and participants in the webinar. Very good morning and best wishes to all of you in this early fresh morning. We are having a very relevant webinar, and I thank you, especially Dr. Eva, for giving me this opportunity to be here and interact with participants across the country. And I have always been a very, enthusiastic person to engage in any kind of a webinar that people in Indonesia connect to. And I'm so happy that time and again, academicians, they call me for a lecture maybe. And I'm always happy to be a part of any of the academic program that you people conduct, because what I have seen is that I have attended and given a large number of lectures across the country, outside the country, but the enthusiasm that I see in your institution is commendable. I really appreciate and I congratulate all of you for this. Today, my presentation would be dealing with a very important aspect of technology, which is an emerging technology. And though this artificial intelligence is not something which is new, but yes, when compared to other technologies, it is the most recent, we can say, the technology that is being utilized. And it has actually seeped into the society so heavily that it requires that how our children in the educational institutions make use of such a technology, which is so much in the world and so much in the society. So how better can we help our students to understand this artificial intelligence and to know how to better utilize it? So with this, I would start my presentation, and please let me know if at any point my presentation is not visible or you are not able to hear me. Just give me a prompt in between. And also I would request, I have a small request here, that while I am giving my presentation, I would request the students or the participants, whoever they are, that please write down your questions or queries so that I will, at the end of my presentation, I'll take them up one by one. And because I will not be able to go through the chat, so somebody can help from the organizers to tell me what the question is. So that would be very helpful. So let me share my screen with all of you, and please let me know if you're able to see it clearly and it's working. Is it visible?
Yes, visible.
Thank you. So, as I already, I think all of Dr. Eva and Dr. Yuli has already mentioned that I am a person who is an academician in the Aligarh Muslim University Department of Education. Aligarh, and met Dr. Eva, and when she visited India, and we had such a nice game with a group of other academicians, and we had a nice interaction. And I think with this note that these kind of interactions should be done time and again between the countries, between the institutions, so that we can make global society. It is not something which is separating, connecting through education. So my purpose through this lecture would be to help you connect and understand this the significance of artificial intelligence. So I'm sure the screen is clear and my voice is audible to all of you. So here, I think I have actually distributed my whole presentation into 5 parts. I'll be talking about the simple meaning of what is artificial intelligence, to begin with the basic understand technology when this came up suddenly, but then later on, as we learn, we need to start from very basics and historical background. Then I will be talking something about the concept of AI, the tools that are used, and what strategies can we make use of to utilize AI in the school education. And of course, so let's begin with this concept of AI. If you go through the various resources that are there online, you'll find that Alan Turing is the person who is referred to as the father of computer science. And he begins with asking a question, whether machines can think. So from there, it starts how this artificial has actually originated from. So this started with a very important work of Alan Turing in 1950. So what I meant was here that it is not an old concept. It is something which is recent. And Alan Turing, he mentions that whether can we think of machines as something which can think like humans. So he started a Turing test and interact like a computer interacting with a human text response. How do you actually differentiate between the two? So while this test was being undergone and scrutiny to aid with the introduction of AI, and there were various areas which connected themselves to AI, like philosophy, which talks about what kind of ideas around linguistics that we can make use of in AI. So basically, AI is something which is an interaction between a machine with the outer world. And we'll see further what various definitions do we have. Another one very important person in the field of AI is John McCarthy. And he defines AI in one of his papers. I have given the links also and the references also. So you can always go back to these references and see From there, I have taken all these points. So it is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially the intelligent computer programs. This is very much related to a human intelligence, but there is also one confinement that it does not.
Sorry, doctor.
It is
the
not
slide doesn't
limited.
work. The slide doesn't work. The slide.
On what slide are we?
What slide now?
I am on. Yes.
The slide does not work.
It's okay now.
No, still the first.
So there's nothing visible. I'll share again. Is it visible now?
Still in process.
Okay, there might be this
yes, now
network issue. So we are on a slide where I have mentioned 3 points.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. So when we talk, when I have taken a reference from IBM from this year only, where it talks about, in one of its papers, it talks about artificial intelligence utilizing or empowering the computers and machines to act like the capacities of a human mind. So human mind, we are from psychology and we know that human mind is capable of problem solving, decision making, some kind of a logical reasoning while we are conducting our activities in this society. So just like as a human mind, artificial intelligence also helps to mimic that kind of human capacity, and which includes problem solving and decision making. Another reference I have taken from UNESCO, and UNESCO very rightly talks about the use of AI technologies in education, which should be used to enhance the human capacities and also to protect human rights for effective human-machine collaboration, both in learning and work. I think this point by UNESCO is very important. We just not need to understand what artificial intelligence is, but we need to make sure that both in our work life as well as in the learning, and in such a manner that it actually supports sustainable development. Next. Let me talk to you about the various types of artificial intelligence. If you go through the various resources again on the online artificial intelligence, I have made this picture which consists of machine learning, expert systems, neural networks, fuzzy logic, natural language processing, robotics. These are the very simple types of machine learning. You can say that based on these types, other artificial intelligence technologies are being developed. To begin with, I would like to make you aware of 2 kinds of artificial intelligence here. One is what we call as weak AI, and another one is strong AI. Now, what is weak AI? Weak AI is also known as narrow artificial intelligence. It is an artificial intelligence which is trained and focused to perform a specific task. So basically what is happening here is that these technologies of artificial intelligence, they have certain defined programs set into them, and they will only perform those activities for which the program has been built. So if you again see into the slide, you find that most of the artificial intelligence that is surrounding us today is what we group as weak AI. It is the weak AI or the narrow artificial intelligence. Now, narrow is something which is nothing but something that is, limited in context. It's nothing beyond that. It is just a terminology. And in this, if you ask me certain examples, then the examples include the Apple's Siri, the Amazon's Alexa, the IBM's Watson, and other autonomous vehicles, right? Now let's talk about what is strong AI. The strong AI is made up of artificial general intelligence and artificial super intelligence. Now, artificial general, where the machine would have an intelligence, would have something called as self-awareness, consciousness, the ability to solve problems, learn, or plan for the future. When we talk of artificial super intelligence, it is something which beyond which there is nothing. So it will surpass the intelligence and ability of the human brain. We always say that the human brain is also limited, the amount of memory that we have. So, but in artificial superintelligence, this seems to also take over, and it goes beyond the intelligence and ability of the human brain. So the best examples, I think, we have seen in science fiction, especially the superhuman, the rogue computer assistant, etc. HL. So with these, then let me talk about two very important concepts which have been discussed a lot in artificial intelligence again. One is the machine learning and another one is the deep learning. What is machine learning? Machine learning is the science of getting machines to interpret, process, and analyze data in order to solve real-world problems. This is the science of helping the machines to do that. All these things: interpretation, processing of data, analyzing in order to solve real-world problems. There are three categories. I'm not going into the detail of this, but just for the sake of your knowledge, machine learning has three categories: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Now, next is the deep learning. What is deep learning? Deep learning is actually the neural networks that help you in gaining insight and giving solutions to the problem that we have. So basically, machine learning is a simple form. However, its advanced and more complex form is the deep learning. So what happens in deep learning? Deep learning, it helps to create those networks, and they are very much similar to like a neural network in a human mind to solve certain problems. So basically, deep learning is the logic behind for example, the face verification system that we have in our digital devices like Facebook, self-driving cars, virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, and so on. Now, deep learning is actually comprised of neural networks. Why do we call it neural networks? Because we are imitating or mimicking the human mind. So just like as a human mind, each problem is solved through the connections, stimulation, and reaction of the neurons and the networks that are formed, and then the response is given. Similar here, we have a network which is composed of more than 3 layers, and which includes input, output, and also a deep learning algorithm. So just a pictorial representation of what I just mentioned. So artificial intelligence is a technique which enables machines to mimic human behavior. Machine learning is a subset of this artificial intelligence technique, which is using various methods and various techniques or strategies to help the machines improve their experience, to act like a human mind. And deep learning is actually a subset of machine learning, which makes the computation of multi-layer neural networks feasible. Moving on to my other part, where I'll be talking about the tools of AI. So here, as already mentioned by Dr. Eva as well, that we have ChatGPT as the most, famous or popular artificial intelligence tool that we are using. So I have made a list of these various tools, especially when we talk of education or making our life easier with the use of these artificial intelligence tools and techniques. So like, for instance, we have chatbots, which include ChatGPT, content creation. We have content creation tools like Jasper, Copy.ai, AnyWord. We have grammar checkers and rewarding tools. Grammarly, I think many of us use it. WordTune, Pro Writing Aid. We have video creation tools like Descript, Wondershare, Filmora, Runway. We have image generation tools, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion. We have note-taking tools, MEM. Then we have transcription and meeting assistants like Fireflies, Airgram, Crest. We have scheduling tools like Reclaim, Clockwise, Motion, etc. Inbox management system is also there, Email Tree, Sanebox. We have for slide presentations, we have SlidesGo, Beautiful AI, Ducktopus, etc. For research, we have Genai and Omni. Then we have for 3D modeling, for science or other geographies or other sciences, we have 3D modeling tools, Spline AI or Meshcapade, etc. Other automation like Zapier. Now, let me talk about the importance or the meaning of having these tools in education. So the Assistant Director General of UNESCO, Ms. Stephanie Giannini, in one of the international conference on artificial intelligence, which was held in Beijing in 2019, mentioned that we need to review this commitment of artificial intelligence because it is a kind of emerging technologies and which is actually transforming every aspect of our lives. We need to utilize this revolution of artificial technologies in our system of education in the right direction. Very important is in the right direction to improve our livelihoods, to improve the way we live, to reduce the inequalities and promote a fair and inclusive globalization. So this is what I'm actually focused on. I'm doing a small project on artificial intelligence, how it is able to reduce the inequalities and maybe help us in promoting an inclusive society worldwide, globally. So basically, artificial intelligence has, now this is very clear now with the whole concept of artificial intelligence. I think this is very clear now that artificial intelligence has the potential to address some of the biggest challenges in education today. And when we talk of these challenges, I think we all are aware of the Sustainable Development Goals and the fourth goal, which is actually talking about equity in education, about improving the teaching learning practices and also progress of education. So artificial intelligence can help us in overcoming and in promoting these ideas behind successive globalized education society. This is very surprising that 2020 of artificial intelligence with almost 7,000 tools that have been created, and they are still, underway. They are still being in the process of development. So this really makes it very clear now that our lives are no more away from this technology, from this artificial intelligence, and we cannot think of education system which is different from AI or which is different or unaffected from AI. So we know that AI in education will help us in delivering a very good experience for both students and teachers, because it improves accessibility. Now, what is accessibility? Accessibility is the availability and use of information, right? So how easily are you able to get the information or use the information is what we talk when we talk of accessibility. Tutoring, of course, the teaching learning experience, the automated grading system. So for teachers, it is very effective to have an automated grading system where the evaluation and assessment of the students can be done in an automated manner. Then we have administrative utilization of purpose, and of course, streamlined work management. For students also, this high quality education would benefit, and it will help the students to be more aware of their learning process, to be independent of their learning process, not depending upon the teachers or completely following a teacher-centric approach, but more of a student-centric approach where the child is independent. He constructs his knowledge, he or she constructs his or her knowledge, collaborates in the learning experience, and receives high quality education through the use of AI. So here, the teachers in our school education system, whether it be Islamic, education system, where we need to talk about these AI tools for teachers. So what teachers can use listed number of tools for teachers, because once, you know what, the idea is that I believe this as a teacher in my educational institution. I believe that once the teacher knows and he or she is able to define and use the tools effectively, the students will automatically gain confidence and they would be able to learn better. So teacher has to be empowered. He or she has to be more knowledgeable and also trained. So I always say that we have a number of technologies, we have a number of systems that guide us to be effective in using them, but do we have the teachers who can actually utilize these? That is the question. So I want you all as the future of the country, as teachers of this of the world, that make sure that you become empowered by learning about these technologies. Only after that you can help your students also to gain that kind of confidence and learning behavior as you expect them to, right? So let me begin with the first AI tool that is here, which is a kind of quiz generation for PowerPoint slides. I'm sure you all are aware of Bloom's taxonomy. So hierarchical wise, whether the questions belong to knowledge, understanding, comprehension, synthesis, analysis, etc. So that kind of a quiz can be generated from your PowerPoint slides with the use of ClassPoint AI. Okay, am I audible to all of you? Am I audible? Everyone there?
Yes, yes.
Can somebody
May
prompt
continue.
me?
Okay.
Thank you so much. Because there was a pin drop silence, so I was worried whether I am just speaking, whether there is somebody to hear or not. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
This is an AI which is free, comes with free versions and premium versions. You have to pay for it. Some of the part is free. Then we have Quillbot. It is a plagiarism checking, grammar rewriting, and citation tool. You can always use it. Again, it comes with free and premium planning. Then we have what we call as the PowerPoint speaker coach. It helps in improving the PowerPoint presentations, etc. We have to create the rehearsal reports. This also comes with free and premium plans. Then we have slidesai.io. This is a text to slide generation. Now, these tools, okay, I'll come to that later. These tools help in making your presentations easier, like Slides AI. You have some text and you want to generate a slide presentation. You don't have much time, so you just go to it, and for you, with pre-designed templates and designs. And the best part is that it is free of cost. You don't have to pay any price for it. Then comes the Education Copilot. It is a tool for lesson planning, creation, worksheets, handouts, and assessment generation. This also is coming in 2 versions of free and premium plans. Then we have GradeScope, grading and feedback for all subjects and levels. It also comes with a plagiarism checker. So suppose a student submits an assignment and you just feed it into GradeScope, and that tool will help to check whether the child has copied it from somewhere, or it is his or her original idea, or what kind of a grading you would like to offer that student, what feedback you can offer to that student, etc. Both, it also again comes with a free and premium version. So we have that GradeScope here. Then there is one which is formative AI, and I'm sure you know about formative assessment. Formative AI is something where you are talking about assessment generation, the evaluation part for the student. So there are a variety of assessment types which are available. They are real-time feedbacks. This also comes with a free version. So with these tools, I think it becomes easier for the teacher to make use of these tools in their classes. Yes. Let me talk of this very important concept. Now to do today is to help us understand what are how those strategies can be developed, which help the child in the school to utilize AI. Now we know that in every sphere and in every field, whether it be education, whether it be your work field, whether it be your other life activities, etc. Artificial intelligence is there, and we are not away from it. So a child who's born in the society, he or she has technologies in hand. What should be done to make the child realize the importance and our purpose or our role as a teacher to understand how to utilize these various artificial intelligence by helping our students and children in the society to make the best use of these technologies. So I am more psychological in nature. When I discuss technologies, I do not go about the technical part. I am more concerned about the part which is of interest to me as a teacher, and that would help my students also to better able to connect their lives, their learning lives with the technology. So my aim is that. So when I went through these artificial intelligence tools and techniques, I realized that they actually support the cognitive development of the child. They help in the motor skill development. They help in acquiring speech and language skills, and also in enhancing the social emotional learning of the child. So basically, AI is actually working in an effective manner by utilizing the various behavioral and psychological aspects of a child's learning, learning life. So we are more concerned about it. How do you actually make these AI suitable for your children or for the students? So basically, artificial intelligence has this ability to personalize learning experiences for the child. So whether your child is weak in some subject, or whether the child is belonging to a special group, for instance, somebody who is visually impaired, or somebody who has a challenge related to hearing or learning disabled, etc. In all these cases, we are trying, and what artificial intelligence does is very interesting. You need to note this. You need to listen to this. What artificial intelligence does is, when the artificial intelligence or the tools and techniques are used, the tool actually looks into the interaction of the child with the learning tool, records their correct as well as incorrect responses, and also their progress over the time, to customize the educational content. So suppose I am interacting with an AI tool like, say, Slides Go. So there I am trying to interact by making a presentation. So AI would do what? It would record my responses and my inputs, and would in the future help in customizing my educational content according to my approach or preferences previously. So however way I interacted with the AI tool previously, that would be recorded, and it would take it into consideration in the future. Individualized learning, which we always say is that it is very crucial and important during the childhood. We need, because in the childhood or in a very early stage, the child is undergoing a developmental speed which is very high. He or she is developing at a very faster rate. So when we respond to these children's strengths and weaknesses, their learning speeds, etc., we are trying to build a platform which provides more individualized and independent learning, and thus it caters to the learning needs of them. For my lecture, please prompt me in between if I am overriding the time. So please just let me know. I still have time, I hope. So then in the other part that we need to talk about is the cognitive and motor skills development. So basically, what is cognitive and motor skill development? Can I ask someone of the participant? Can you please explain to me what do you mean by, just in one or two lines, what is cognitive development or what is motor skill development in a child? Anyone? Can the moderators allow for participation from the participants? Yes.
Yeah. Participants, please, would you please to respond to Dr. Sazia to give a short explanation about cognitive and...
Just one line, what is cognitive and what is motor skills?
Yeah, okay. Please. Silakan. Ini ada pertanyaan dari Dr. Zazia tentang apa yang Anda ketahui tentang the cognitive development. Yes, please, one of you. Just one of you.
Anyone?
There are 263 participants.
So
One
far, no
of
Yes.
idea.
yeah.
So far, no idea. No idea so far.
You have no idea. Yeah. Mr. Haris?
Avoiding of being mistake, I think, because as long as I know, we
Yeah.
have learned about it yet. Okay, thank you, Mr. Sasya.
Thank you, Mr. Haris.
Okay, I could not hear.
Oh.
Can you please? Yes.
Pak Haris, would you please to repeat again? Your voice is not clear.
So far, I don't know it yet, Mrs. Sasya. So I would like, and if you don't mind, please explain us further.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you were giving some response here. Okay, that's okay, fine with me. So basically, cognitive development, when you're talking about the human mind, actually, the use of human mind, the processes in the human mind to solve a problem or to do certain activity, right? Activities that a child does in the school, in the colleges, in the educational institution are all related to the cognitive processes that we have. And when we process, these are the human neural processes that are taking place. So anything that is related to the mind and its various processes, what we broadly classify under cognitive development. Motor skill development is something where the body and the hand, etc., the physical body of the individual is used. If I need one of a gross motor skill that I can talk of is, like, for instance, learning to drive a car, holding a pen in the hand. This is a skill. This is a motor skill. Fine motor skill is like with the use of the pen you are drawing. This is a fine motor skill, right? So how does helps in developing these cognitive and motor skills? It has been made with. Sorry, anybody?
Ada yang mau bertanya?
So we have artificial power.
Oh, Dr. Zazkia, there is a participant who would like to ask you. Do you mind?
Yes, please go ahead.
Ya, silakan. Halo, yang mau bertanya tadi, silakan.
Izin bertanya, Bu.
In English, please.
My name is Satria Sunil Hikam. In NIM 231040 146. What are the advantages and disadvantages of AI in learning?
Okay. Dr. Zazia, would you please to explain it now or maybe later?
Please, can you repeat the question?
Okay, the advantages and disadvantages of artificial intelligence in learning.
Actually, what I have done so far is something which is very positive and which is talking about the advantages of artificial intelligence.
Okay.
So if you have listened to my lecture from the very beginning till now, I think whatever I have said is about the use of artificial intelligence and how better we can positively child and his or her development. So yes, I'm doing that.
Thank you.
So in this case, when we talk of cognitive and motor skill development, we have certain artificial intelligence power which have emerged as useful tools to develop the cognitive abilities in our young learners, also motor skills. Now, these would include all those skills of tactile. I'm sure you know what is tactile. It is something. So that is what we call as tactile task. Visual is when you see. Then we have auditory, that you hear, etc. So all these movements are employed by artificial intelligence powered toys and applications for the learners, for the young learners, they can of their various skills, which are cognitive and motor skills. Now, if we have artificial enabled drawing apps that can help in fine motor skills. So when I was saying that how to draw a straight line on a piece of paper is something which is requires a lot of practice without the use of a scale or a ruler, how to draw a straight line. So these are the fine motor skills, how to write, etc., how to draw a diagram. So these motor skills can be developed with the use of AI-enabled drawing application. Now, artificial intelligence also supports the cognition. What it does is it presents the children with relevant problems and tasks so that the child can think logically and also solve the problem. This we are developing abilities of logical thinking and problem solving through these tools. Through interactive games or activities. Artificial intelligence also helps the young children to grasp concepts of like cause and effect, sequences, patterns, etc. So not just for something like drawing, but also science, maths, and any other subject area, even your religious, Islamic religious educational learning process also. There also these artificial techniques and tools can be utilized effectively to help the child in developing better understanding. How artificial intelligence helps in speech and language acquisition. So we have found through our researches that artificial powered language learning apps are basically being utilized to, for setting up standard acquisition. So a child who has a problem or maybe hesitant to speak clearly or to make use of words and grammar can utilize these AI tools, especially when we talk of pronunciations, when we talk of, the grammatical errors that the child makes while while you are reading Quran, how to pronounce a particular word, where to stress and where to emphasize, and where you have to take appropriate pauses and breaks. So all these, standards are learned by a child through these applications, which are AI powered. These tools also help in utilizing the potential of artificial intelligence to utilize individual students' skills and help him or her to adapt to a good learning process. There is a lot of interaction on these artificial intelligence tools and applications. We have a variety of exercises which focus speaking, listening, reading, writing, and that too in a number of languages. And that too in a number of languages. What sets these applications apart from other technologies is that they're able to provide you immediate feedback, allow the learners to improve their somebody's asking something. Sorry, I'm not able to hear. Is somebody asking a question? Okay, I think there was some problem. So basically, the language proficiency can be effectively developed with the help of AI tools. And the best part is that we have a variety of languages. In various languages, the child can speak, listen, read, and write. Now, this kind of interactive learning experience that the child has on these artificial intelligence tools, we also have these artificial intelligence techniques which can be utilized in speech recognition and analysis. So a number of, nowadays we see videos where the face is of somebody else's and the voice is of somebody else, or maybe the voice has been modulated or the speech has been modulated in such a manner that it appears that the person whose image is there, he or she is speaking, although he or she has not spoken. So this is an advantage also, and this is a disadvantage also. I'll come to that as well. So here, AI, it analyzes the speech patterns and it helps them to understand the areas which require improvement. So once you, record your voice and then you use an AI tool, the AI tool, just like in the classroom, will help you in knowing where you are wrong or where you need to improve upon. So I think this is an important part. It can identify, now this is important, please listen. It can identify issues like stuttering, somebody is not able to speak clearly, mispronunciation, or some incorrect grammar usage. So the instant feedback mechanism which is provided to the learners will help their mistakes at that same time and leading to improvements in pronunciation, fluency, and overall language mastery. I think this becomes very important in language recognition. Then I have to talk about the socio-emotional learning with artificial intelligence. So basically, this is a very complex area to approach through technology, but then because social emotional aspect is more of human, related idea, deep into the human aspect. Artificial intelligence go into this. So with advanced AI algorithms, we are now beginning to see innovative solutions that are able to make this possible. So AI, it has stimulated a range of interactions between the environment of the child and such kind of skills like empathy, communication, problem solving, managing emotions, etc. And managed through the use of artificial intelligence. Now, you must have seen there are artificial intelligence avatars that the children use in their games. So they are able, through those characters, they are able to express their emotions, they can give reactions, and also it provides the child the opportunity to demonstrate his understanding and empathy behavior in those AI systems. So basically, what AI does, it recognizes and responds to its emotional state. So if a child is showing frustration, the AI can adapt the difficulty level of the task or offer words of encouragement. So I am sure if you have a Siri or Siri in your phone, so sometimes if you try talking to the Siri in a like, how are you, Siri? So Siri answers you in that manner. If you say, I am not feeling good today, then it offers you words of encouragement. So this is a kind of a real-time emotional feedback as if you're talking to a human. All these are examples of artificial intelligence, and they would help in creating that understanding and interaction between these machines and the learners to better adapt to the learning needs as well. Right? Next, that I here also mention is that these emotional feedback can help the child to manage their emotions, self-regulate, and build resilience. I think the last point that I would like to talk about here is the assistance that we need to provide to the teachers and parents through the artificial intelligence. So like teachers, they are, of course, they have a lot of administrative tasks related to progress monitoring, grading, and planning of the lessons. However, artificial intelligence will become a game changer for both the teachers and parents, because it will provide the teachers, parents, and students that additional support and assistance, which will help in creating students' learning material and it will help in creating students' learning educational material, identifying their weaknesses and strengths, and also help the students who are struggling with respect to their learning or social interactions. These are the references I have where the AI tools have been researched. I'm not just saying anything out of somewhere. I have research-based analysis that I have done, and these researchers have shown the utilization of artificial intelligence and how they worked. What is the result of utilizing these artificial intelligence tools, especially in children's learning in the schools, young children, right? So you can go through these references. And finally, I would like to conclude, we need to be more self-aware. Teachers need to be more self-aware. We need to address the limitations of AI systems. We cannot always rely on AI, artificial intelligence. We need to cultivate a sense of, control also on these AI. They should not control us humans, but humans should be able to control these AI tools and become empowered, because we are consumers of the content digital. This awareness, risk awareness, ethical considerations are very important so that AI can be used effectively. We need to encourage our children to reflect on their learning behavior through these AI, evaluate the AI generated feedback, and this self-reflection will help the child to monitor his or her progress and also identify those areas which require improvement. So I have taken one of the two researchers of Leo 2023 and Lee 2020, which talk about 3 A's and 2 S. 3 A's are accessibility, affordability, and accountability. S is sustainability and social justice. Everything else we have discussed. What I need to just talk about here is social justice. What is social justice? Is bridging the gap between those who are aware of artificial intelligence, who are using artificial intelligence, with those who are not having it. So how do you bridge that gap is very important. We need to make sure that artificial intelligence is available for all. It is not for some few people, but it is available for all. The child is able to make use of it in a better and effective manner. And then finally, artificial intelligence has, I have taken research which tells that I have mentioned the DOI of it. It has improved children's concept regarding AI, machine learning, computer science, robotics, etc., which has helped in developing skills such as creativity, emotional control, collaborative inquiry, literacy skills, and computational thinking. The children can develop a deep understanding of the ethical considerations. They can explore topics such as data privacy, fairness, etc. They can also be able to make effective utilization of artificial intelligence in their learning, and should nurture our children from a very early stage to set up a strong foundation of education system which utilizes these future interactions with the AI. AI is the future. We cannot ignore it. We cannot reject it. What we can do is create a critical mindset of the student, ethical awareness amongst the students, so that they can consume this artificial intelligence tool and techniques in a better way for their learning process. That's all. Thank you so much. It was wonderful interacting with you.
Okay.
I think I am done on time.
Thank you, Dr. Sazia. Okay. Let's just give a big applause. I think we can tell. Yeah, and now let's come to the question and answer session or discussion. Before I read the questions in the chat room, is there any participants who would like to ask directly to Dr. Sasya? No? Okay, while we are waiting from the participants who would like to ask directly, let me read the questions in the chat room. There are many questions, Dr. Sasya. The first is from Azahra Nurul Azizah. She has a question. How can we ensure that the use of artificial intelligence in Islamic learning helps achieve the goals of religious education, such as deeper understanding of Islamic teaching and the development of moral character? Okay, that's the first question. Is it clear, Doctor?
Yes, I can understand some of it. And
Okay.
if I'm not, then please let me know. Look,
Yeah.
the artificial intelligence, let me just make this very clear. Artificial intelligence is a tool or a technique or a technology that we have in hand, right? It has not been developed keeping in mind a specific culture or a specific religion or a specific group as such. We have artificial intelligence tools and techniques for a variety and a number of uses. We have those, right? So if you want to drive a car, you have one. If you want to perform an experiment, you have one. If you want to draw something, you have one. So basically, these artificial tools and techniques are numerous and many. As I already mentioned, there are around 7,000 tools that have been developed in this year of 2023, which has not even ended right now. So basically, the list is endless. Yes, as you said, that how can we effectively use? Of course, with the use of right technology, with the use of right application, we can make use of these artificial intelligence for anything, whether it be your religious education, whether it be some grammar that you are teaching, whether it be some moral value you are teaching. As I already mentioned, AI has, through research, as I'm saying, I'm not saying it like this, I'm saying it on research basis. Researchers have shown that AI has found its ground even in social emotional learning. So it acts like a friend to you. If you want to talk about something, it acts like a friend to you. So I think somewhere we need to utilize those aspects of artificial intelligence. And of course, you can then utilize it for any aspect of the learning process that you have in hand. So I think I can somehow relate you to that. Another question, maybe.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Doctor. And the next question, it is from Alfa Fatia Rahma. Alfa, yeah. Her question is, how can we ensure that the use of artificial intelligence in Islamic religious education does not replace the role of teacher, but instead of strengthen their role in supporting and guiding students? So she is worried that the use of artificial intelligence can replace the role of teacher. Okay, is it clear, Doctor?
A good question. A good question. I think it is a good question.
Yeah.
This fear of technology replacing the teachers is everywhere. You know, people fear this. If there is technology, then what is the teacher doing in the classroom? Because the child can have, the scope of technology is so vast and so diverse that maybe at one point I may not be able to answer your question, but the same question, if you are on online searches or in the artificial intelligence tool, that will give you a very good answer for this. So basically, however, as a person from technology, as a person who is a devotee of technology in the education system, I never tell my students or anybody whom I am collaborating with that yes, I know that technology is helpful. Technology will help you in ways even in which teacher can't, but nobody can replace the teacher in this world ever.
Okay.
I never say teachers are irreplaceable. The role of the teacher can never be replaced. It can never be substituted by any intelligence that comes into the system, right? Teachers are the people who guide. And that is what I mentioned. When I started my presentation in midway, I mentioned that teachers should be empowered first. They should learn first. They should get training first before asking the students to get trained or learn. So basically, the teacher cannot be replaced once the teacher empowers himself or herself. If I think I am not going to use technology, I will not make use of technology. But the student is using. Students are using. So you as a teacher can be replaced easily, right? So what is important is teachers have to be aware. Teachers have to get trained. Teachers have to make those ways and paths for the students to develop that understanding of that technology that is being used. We provide mobile phones to our children at a very early stage in our families and in our society. Who is guiding them what is right and what is wrong? Who is guiding them what to see and what not to see? Who is guiding them that what is this risk taking and what is this, the effective utilization? We, the teachers, the parents. So I think this is not replaceable. Please make sure that you get trained, empower yourself with the right technologies so that the student comes to you and asks you how to use the technology, madam. Please tell me, right? So I think that kind of attitude is better rather than being fearful that technology will replace us. No, don't. Technology will never replace. I have developed technology for many things, but I never say that it will replace me. Why? Because this is my product. I have developed it, so it cannot replace me. Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you. And I do agree that the teacher cannot be replaced by anything, yeah, include the technology, yeah, because technology just facilitate in learning and teaching. Okay, now let's come to the next question from Khadijatul Kubro. Okay. Her question: in the context of Islamic religious education in Indonesia, the question we need to ponder is whether artificial intelligence can really replace. I think it is the same question, but maybe it is rather different. Can replace the role of an educator with pedagogical, professional, personality, social, and leadership competencies? If artificial intelligence takes over this role, is there a risk that important aspect of religious education, such as moral wisdom and sensitivity or to students' individual development, could be forgotten or neglected in the learning process? It's almost similar the previous question.
Well, I think, Dr. Eva, there is more of a fear here of artificial intelligence rather than utilizing it
Yeah.
for positive
Yeah, it
purposes.
seems.
So
It
for
seems
this,
that.
I have a suggestion for your institution that try to conduct a workshop of utilizing artificial intelligence tools. I think I can recommend from this webinar one thing, that make sure that you conduct a workshop on artificial intelligence for your teachers as well as students, so that they become aware of the practical hand-on application of utilizing artificial intelligence. I think that can be done. And these various fears and mistrust that on our academics or academicians will be, I think, removed with that workshop. So actually, I'll share one experience of mine here. I was on technology in classroom conflicts. So this was my area some time back during the COVID period. And I was conducting it for the dark region of India. So there the teachers were there, and they never utilized technology except for some Word document or PowerPoint presentation. But it came with so many applications and tools, and I showed them how to use it, how to operate it, and what are the security things that you can make sure, that what are the other features that you can add in your own presentations, etc. So they became so happy, and they were so motivated at the end of the day, that they felt that yes, application is very important. So coming back to the question that the participant has, that whether AI will replace these moral values, etc. I think I'm not going to because somehow these algorithms that the AI has been built on has been developed by the human community. So I don't think because I haven't touched this aspect of whether, but I am sure that nothing of any kind of like saying that artificial intelligence will go away with moral values. Not like, for instance, let me give a very simple example to understand. You have engineers, you study engineering, computers engineering, etc. A person there are two people who have studied computer engineering in the same year. One utilizes it to get a job and develop certain computer programs. The other person who has done computer engineering course utilizes it to hack other people's accounts. Now, you have the tool with you. How better and effectively you are using those algorithms, that knowledge, is up to you. So basically, my concern of the day is that these technologies, these intelligence tools, are just a tool, are just a technique. It's in your hands to develop those values and to develop those algorithms through these artificial intelligence, which can create a better society. If you're talking about Islamic education, if you're talking about religious education, any kind of education learning process that is occurring would be better able to be utilized once you learn how to effectively utilize it. So facilitation, exploration is required. And of course, the right kind of attitude, positive attitude, is very important. I think that answers the question.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Zasia. May I skip to the question, because there are some questions that are similar. So I would like to.
Yes, please. I have another meeting lined up, so can we just quickly move on to the questions quickly?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, okay. The question from Maya Arvina Varadisa. From what has been explained earlier, it turns out that artificial intelligence is divided into 2 points, namely weak artificial intelligence and strong AI. Now the questions: do all artificial intelligence have the same impact, or are there have different portions? So she would like to know, is there any different portion between weak and strong artificial intelligence? Okay, Doctor.
Yes, yes, yes. I think like any other technology, artificial intelligence also has different algorithms and different, levels of, the techniques that are used. So weak AI is nothing which is less. It is just one model of artificial intelligence. Similarly, super artificial intelligence is again one model of artificial intelligence, which is designed to perform certain activities. So when we talk of weak AI, it is not something which is less or which is weak in nature, literally, but it is something which is only performing a task for which it has been built. However, super artificial intelligence is something which actually works above the intelligence level of the human mind. So even the algorithms that have not been stored or the network that have not been built into those AI, they are able to do it because they act like as a human mind. So I think this explains the difference, and just the difference between the models and the networks and the algorithms, not beyond that. Yes.
Okay. The next question from Shahrul Nizam. Yeah. With the increasingly advanced development of artificial intelligence capabilities, can self-awareness be possible in the system? Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. It is. It is. And I am sure you have seen in my slide also, I was talking about self-awareness, and I have talked about how artificial intelligence has proven to help a child in getting self-aware about his or her shortcomings, strengths, weaknesses, performance, etc. So I think, yes, it's possible. It's there.
Okay. The question from Muhammad Raka Rizaldi. He has a question. The strategies children to use artificial intelligence, how to assess the long-term impact of using artificial intelligence in children on their development?
Yes. Look, in the third last slide, I have shown a number of researchers. I have shown you a number of researchers where certain artificial intelligence tools and techniques were used by researchers in their research areas. It could be a simple drawing application that they use. It could be a chat GPT, etc. We need to have a longitudinal research done, which actually utilizes the concept of assessing the development of the child along with the impact of AI. So basically, we are still in the process of developing those tools and techniques which will be able to assess this impact. But yes, of course, development, since it is a very slow and continuous process, to assess development is very difficult, and we all understand as a student of psychology and education. But yes, it is possible. We can assess the long-term impact, but it would take time. It would take a research which of course which will consume a lot of time, but we need to, yes, do these researches in order to develop an understanding. And yes, that can be done. We are in the process of developing those researches and those tools which will help in monitoring the development of the child because of the impact of artificial intelligence. And I can assure you that within a few years, this impact will be seen in your children, in the society, in the educational institutions. It will be very obvious, and people will be seeing those things, inshallah, for the better.
Okay, thank you, Darussasia. Yeah, it seems that all of the questions in the chat have been responded or answered. And is there any of the participants who would like to ask directly? We would be happy if there are some participants who would like to ask directly.
Yes, I can allow for 1 or 2 queries only. I am short of time.
Okay. Is there? No? Because Dr. Zazia only has limited time, so would you please to use this chance to to ask questions?
Me, Bu Yuli.
Yes, please.
Yeah, please, Pak
This is
Haris.
Sekjen of PPPAI, Bu Yuli.
Oh.
Basically, I'm
Okay.
waiting for the others, but there's nobody. So allow me to ask a little question. Good morning, Bu Sasia.
Good morning. Ini udah siang.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Dr. Sasia, you know that in academic writing, we know the how to check the originality. As we know, is well known as Trinity. You know, Trinity to check the similarity and any others. Is there an application also how to check? You know that AI sometimes we can now is it original or it's not original. So is there an application or any ways or any method to check the what do you say, the originality of the product that it produced by someone related with AI? Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. Yes, we have detection tools available to detect whether the content that has been used by a student or by anybody in the field is coming from AI generated content, is an AI generated content. So yes, we have those tools which actually detect the content which came from an AI application. So I can talk of certain tools here. I can give you a list. I can share with the moderator later on. We have certain tools which will actually identify. Not one example I can give right now is Writer. There is an tool which is called as Writer, WRITER. You can use that as a platform where copywriting is easily detected, whether somebody has copied from somewhere, right? Then we have famous is copy leaks. So whether again this is all a simple AI tool which detects copied content. So there are a number of it, and I think I should have got that also in the slide. I missed it out, but yes, you can easily find them online. There are tools. This is a problem. What happened? Let me share with you. One of the student was given to write an essay on certain topic, and this is a joke actually. So the students were given to write an essay on the topic, and what the student did, chat GPT and all that, he or she copied it from the application, but he or she forgot to edit it, because in the last it was written this is AI generated content. So the teacher caught that that this is something that the child has not written, but it is AI generated. So this is an example that yes, there are issues of plagiarism, there are issues of copywriting, but we have various detection tools available. You can see them online. Some are free, some are priced, and that can be used to detect the content, and you can always check it. So right there, copy leak is there. There are certain. Thank you.
Okay, is it clear, Pak
Yes.
Haris?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Clear enough.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And it seems that for the question and answer, we cannot continue because of the limited time. And thank you very much for all the participants who have actively participate in this general lecture. And thank you very much, Dr. Zazia, for everything to enlighten us, to make us understand that the artificial intelligence is a product of technology, that and we must not be afraid of artificial intelligence as a teacher, yeah, because teacher cannot be replaced by everything, include the artificial intelligence. Yeah. Okay, so now let's give a big applause to Dr. Sasya Mansori, and thank you very much. And so the time now I will give to the master of ceremony. Thank you very much, and see you to the next what is it, seminar or a general lecture. Okay, good luck to Dr. Sazia Mansori.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I would like to appreciate Madam you and other organizers and participants. It was really nice interacting with you. So many questions. You have provided me the ideas to research further. Questions. So I think next time, inshallah, I will have better researchers which explain the queries, because this is an area which is still developed and which is being researched upon. So we are still in the learning phase in this area of artificial intelligence. So next time when we meet, we have more concrete examples and researchers with us. And as a recommendation of this webinar, I would like to recommend that you people should organize a workshop or hands-on, especially. And that would be wonderful for your teachers and students as well. And thank you, Dr. Eva, for giving me this opportunity, this wonderful, wonderful opportunity. It is always a pleasure
excuse
to
me,
be here.
excuse me, Dr. Sesia. In addition on your closing statement, there is a wise Arabic, wise statement in Arabic. Al insanu a'da'u ma jahilu. Most people is become the enemy of what they don't know. Thank you.
Dr. Sasya, there is Pak Brani wants to say hello with you.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, Dr. Sazia Mansuri. Please send my best regards to my professor, Professor Nasrin.
Oh, great. How are you? How are you?
I'm fine, very fine, thank you. I miss India and I love all Indians food. So I miss that's all here.
Come again and we will meet,
inshallah. Inshallah, anytime, inshallah, they have a chance. We have a chance to come to
It's a surprise. Thank you so much.
Someday Sasya come to Indonesia, okay?
Please invite me.
It's true.
I have been.
Latifa should invite you.
Okay. I have been in so many lectures now. It feels as if I'm a part of Indonesia now, because I have conducted so many lectures in your university. So I think someday I will definitely come. I would love to come and interact physically there with everyone, teachers as well as the students. And I have learned a lot from you people. Thank you so much. Please remember me in your dua. I take your leave. Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Wait, Sasya, there is a certificate for you. So wait for a minute, yeah. MC silakan.
Okay.
बहुत शुक्रिया.
Okay, thank you very much to our resource person, Dr. Sazia Mansuri, and also our best moderator, Ma'am Yuli Kuswandari SPDM Home. Hopefully we can take the knowledge from what Dr. Sazia explained before. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next event, that handover of the symbolic certificate by the head of Departments of Islamic Religious Education Study Program of UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta by Professor Dr. Eva Latifah, MSc, to the resource person, Dr. Sazia Mansuri.
Okay, thank you. Please just share certificate for Dr. Sazia. Host, nah, Dr. Sazia, this is certificate for you. It is just symbolic. For the
Thank
real,
you so much.
yeah, I will send it by email or chat WA. Okay. Yeah, I hope you can you can receive it. Hopefully you can
Thank
enjoy
you.
it and happy. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Udah?
See you all. Take care. Bye.
Yeah,
Allah Hafiz.
love it.
Foto.
Okay, maybe for all of the participants, the next agenda is taking a picture together. I hope all of you please open your camera. We will take a picture, I think 3 times. Okay, I will count 1 until 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think twice again. 1, 2, 3. Baterainya lemah.
Ada disinfeksinya.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for all of the participants who has attended to this agenda.
Okay, coming to the closing agenda, we as the master of ceremony today would like to say thank you to all of the participants. We are sorry for all the mistakes.
Buah nanas, buah ceri dicampur gula,
Asik.
enak sekali.
Cukup
Asik.
sekian acara kali ini. Semoga bisa bertemu kembali di acara General Lecture kemudian hari. Wassalamualaikum
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oke, matur sembah nuwun sebagai mawon.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Pak
Matur
Haris.
suwun Bu Yuli.
Terima kasih Pak Haris, Pak Sekjen, Pak Brady, dan semuanya
Terima
yang
kasih
sudah
banyak.
bergabung
Wet nggih.
Prof. Eva
dari
sudah
Indonesia.
mengundang.
Terima kasih Bu.
Terus Pak Dekan,
Bu Yuli.
sukses.
Ya,
Prof. Moderator Bu Yuli.
Ya Pak Breni, apa kabar?
Iya Bu Yuli, kangen sama Bu Yuli nih.
Siang Bu.
Terima kasih Mas Satria.
Ya, Khuda Hafiz.
Ya. Terima kasih Pak Sabarudin.
Izin pamit ya Prof. Eva.
Inji, sami-sami, monggo.
Terima kasih banyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Keluar Bu Rektor.
Pesan aja dulu Kak sebelum.
Mari kita menunaikan sholat.
Pesan aja dulu Kak. Udah. Belum. Gak tahu belum. Mau coba deh. Pesan aja semua. Iya. Nggak bisa. Pesan aja dulu Kak.
Woi,
Aja dulu. Ya.
mau saya pakai.
Oh. Dulu Kak. Nah.
Udah selesai kah?
Kamu nggak bisa gitu, Cok. Kamu nggak bisa, Cok.
Udah selesai kan? Kamu nggak bisa ada gitu? Apa? Bagaimana jalan? Ini ada. Ini loh, ada apa ini? Bisa kan itu kan di galeri, Cok.